at 10 starts now.
Welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. A dramatic rescue operation ends with the death of a hiker on an East Valley trail today. Crews were called in to help that man and several other hikers who may have been overcome by the heat. Happened in the Superstition Mountains in the Far East Valley, an area known as the Wave Cave Trail. Gabriella Becerra live now with what happened on that trail today. Gabby.
Well, Troy, we know that group was reportedly out there for at least 6 hours this afternoon, and at that time, the temperature was in the mid to high 90s. Someone eventually called 911 to report the group was struggling in that heat. Now, the call came in around 1 o'clock, and the Pinal County Sheriff's Office and the Superstition Fire and Medical Department arrived to find a 33-year-old man unresponsive. Bystanders were doing CPR, and firefighters took over life-saving efforts, but the man did not survive. The medical examiner will determine the exact cause of death, but officials say heat could be a factor. Firefighters assisted the rest of the group down the mountain on a UTV, but they declined to transport to the hospital. Now, it's unclear where exactly on the trail this incident happened. We know the Wave Cave Trail is a 3-mile hike. It's a straight trail, but there are opportunities to make a wrong turn that can make it easy to get lost. It's also a steep trail, gaining about 800 feet of elevation. Now, as the summer approaches, experts want people to make sure that they're going out prepared on these hiking trails. They say the heat can really sneak up on people, so they want people to bring plenty of water out there. When you get about halfway through your water, they want you to turn around and go back. They also want you to dress prepared with hiking shoes so that you're less likely to fall and get hurt. And they also want people to stay on the trail as much as possible so that you don't get lost. And if you do get lost or need to be rescued for whatever reason, it makes it a lot easier to find you. Reporting live tonight, Gabriella Becerra, 12 News.
Yeah, 6 hours on that trail, Gabby. That is a long time in this heat, and you wonder if you can even bring enough water for a 6-hour hike in triple-digit heat.
That's right, and there's not very much shade out there, places for people to rest if they need to. So we're still working to get more information to figure out if they got lost on the trail or what exactly happened that had them out there for that long.
All right, Gabriella, thank you for that. And as we mentioned, this was a very hot day, the hottest day of the year so far. Meteorologist Chris Dunn now with a look at that. Chris?
Yeah, and Troy, at the Lost Dutchman State Park, not too far away from there, a weather station reporting 100 degrees for the high out there in that part of the valley. Phoenix at Sky Harbor, 104. That's the hottest we've had so far this year. The average high, 93. So, yeah, it is above average. And look at this. Even at this hour, here we are, 10:04 p.m., 94 degrees in Phoenix and Gila Bend, 86 in Casa Grande, because we have cloud cover that is providing us with an insulating effect. So temperatures really slow to cool when we have cloud cover. Now, the wind is another part of our weather equation as we go through the next 36 to 48 hours. Gusty winds tomorrow. This is for Monday afternoon. We're finding gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. But watch what happens on Tuesday. The wind even increases. Show Low and Greer gust over 50 miles per hour. Gust in the 30 mile per hour range for southeastern Arizona. A wind advisory tomorrow in this brown shaded area, and because of the high fire threat, a red flag warning for Monday and Tuesday across southeastern Arizona. With all the wind, cooler temperatures. We'll take a look at the numbers coming up a little bit later on. Troy?
See you then, Chris. Developing tonight, a deadly crash shuts down a major road in the East Valley. This is near Dobson and Highland. And you can see it was a violent crash right into a tree there, and then also caught fire. You can see a pole, a tree combination, that SUV or minivan caught fire. So crews worked to get the person out of it, but that person did not survive the wreck. So drivers right now are being asked to avoid that area as there are road closures there. A person is injured in a road rage shooting in the West Valley. This happened in Goodyear. Officers say one person was shot in the leg on I-10 right near Estrella Parkway. It happened early this morning, so there are no road restrictions at this point to worry about. No word on if any arrest has been made, and no word on what may have started that road rage incident. A wildfire continues to threaten communities east of the valley in Graham County. The Bryce Fire has people living in the river corridor in Fort Thomas on set status, and that means they could be evacuated at any time. It's a human-caused fire, and you can see big plumes of smoke, big tall flames. 2,900 acres have burned now, about 3 miles west of the town of Pima. That's along US 70. And this is video from the Forestry Department. So crews are dealing with those high winds we told you about, and the fire is 25% contained. and we are expecting more windy weather over the next few days. And these dry, windy conditions not helping with another wildfire that just popped up in the northeast part of our state, the new wildfire burning near Eager and Springerville. It quickly ballooned to 1,000 acres this afternoon. The Vernon Fire District has asked for help from other agencies to help battle this fire. No word on any communities or structures that are being threatened, but you can see that big blackened area in the high desert. So stay with 12 News for the latest updates on these fires. Arizona communities like these face higher risks of wildfires than 75% of the nation. And now some of those communities are having trouble insuring their homes. According to federal data, 1 out of every 4 buildings or homes in the Prescott area, for instance, are directly in the line of fire. And those are risks that some insurance companies now no longer want to cover. Joe Dana reports on what people there are doing to prepare.
No one is taking lightly here in Prescott the wildfire risk ahead as homeowners scramble to clean their properties and keep their fire insurance.
Cool summer north winds push through Cathedral Pines community in southern Prescott, but luxury is also a liability. Fire from the south hits here first.
If this community goes, so does the city. I mean, it comes right through here, it's gone.
The 2002 Indian Fire burned down 3 homes here. HOA leaders and firefighters are back in the neighborhood.
What did we note when we were walking around looking at those gutters?
Training to be FireWise inspectors across the region.
Is stucco a pretty resilient material to fire? Yeah.
A skill that is badly needed. Homeowners use the evaluations to create defensible space and hopefully reasonable insurance rates.
Make sure you're maintaining it.
Fire risk manager Conrad Jackson can't keep up with demand. He's already provided more home property inspections this year than he did all of last year.
Once LA caught on fire, there are so many requests coming in, which is a good problem to have.
Properties go from looking like this to this. Still, some can't get homeowners insurance at all.
If you only have a 20% increase, congratulations. I have had several individuals have had theirs actually go up 100%.
Jackson says 12% of the Prescott community has opted out of home insurance entirely.
Every once in a while you have somebody who has enough cash in pocket that, yeah, if they want to roll the dice.
It's a story of drought and development.
One way or the other, rain or no rain, we're going to burn in this area. The plants are adapted to it. We need to adapt to it along with the plants.
In Prescott, Joe Dana, 12 News.
Join us this Saturday, May 17th, Armed Forces Day at the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium in the West Valley for Red, White, and Zoo. 12 News and the Zoo are saying thank you to our military family. So all active duty military and reservists, plus 3 members of your family, get in the zoo for free. We're talking about rides and everything, and the weather's supposed to be pretty nice. So this Saturday, come on out. We'd love to see you out there.